Welcome to This Way Up, the podcast dedicated to supporting parents and caregivers navigating the complex world of mental health. I'm Andrea, and each episode we dive deep into the conversations that matter, exploring the challenges, triumphs, and transformative journeys of those facing mental health struggles within their families. Whether you're here for expert advice, inspiring stories, or just a little boost to get you through the day, we've got you covered. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, and join us as we find the bright spots in the mental health journey, because we're all climbing our way up together. Hi, everyone. It's Andrea. I wanted to start by first saying thank you for being here and for your patience with me this season. If you've been listening for a while, you know I don't really know how to do this podcast any other way than really being open and honest. And lately, the honest truth is my life feels a little different. It's been slower in some ways and heavier in others. My mom is going through cancer treatment, and over the last several months, I've been going back to visit my parents and my sister about once a month, usually for a week at a time. And it's super important. I'm so glad that I'm doing it. Time that I wouldn't trade. But it's also changed the rhythm of my life. So I have less flexibility, less margin, and honestly, less space for some of the things that I really like to do, like this podcast. And on my last visit, something really, landed. I was really impacted by it. As I was driving the 6 hours home, it hit me quietly, but pretty much forcefully, that there is always a last time for everything. A last goodbye, a last time sitting with someone you love in their hard moments, a last time doing something totally ordinary like, painting your nails or sitting around talking about nothing. I'm not trying to be dramatic. I think it just was really a revelation to me that there is always a last time. And what surprised me about that revelation wasn't that I didn't panic. Yes, I was sad, but I also got some real clarity. And I guess that's what 6 hours does in a car. I realized how often I move through life half present. I'm rushing, I'm managing, I'm mentally preparing for whatever is next on my plate. And I did that a lot when my kids were struggling and I was just trying to fix the situation as it sat right then. I would get so used to bracing myself and forgetting to allow myself to be in the moment, even if those moments were really, really hard. And I started thinking, what if I treated the everyday moments like they were the first time I was ever experiencing them? Because I don't know when those will be the last. But here's the part that really got me thinking. Treating moments like they're the first time isn't just something that we do for other people to make those moments feel special. It's actually a way of caring for ourselves. Because being present isn't a self-sacrifice. It's not about being a better caregiver or the more patient parent or partner. It really is a gift we give ourselves. Because when I slow down enough to really be there, to listen, to notice, to let the moments be what it is, I feel more grounded. I feel more human. I feel less numb. And I feel less like I'm just surviving in my own life. And now, looking back at some of those moments I had when my kids were going through the thick of it, I can see all of those moments that were actually joyful in those strenuous times. There was a lot of joy during that time, and there was a lot of learning, even in the hardest moments. Presence doesn't drain me the way constant tension does. It actually fulfills me. And I think that matters, especially for those of us who spend so much time holding space for other people. So lately, I've been asking myself a simple question. If this were the first time, how would I show up? How would I show up for them? And more importantly, how would I show up for me? Would I soften instead of rushing in to fix everything? Would I breathe instead of bracing for the next moment? Would I let myself experience that moment instead of trying to just get through it? And I don't do this every time, I don't do it perfectly, but when I can, I notice a difference. So if you're listening to this while caring for someone that you love, if your life feels smaller or heavier or less flexible than it used to be, I want you to hear this. You don't have to do more. You don't have to do better. And you don't have to be endlessly strong. Sometimes caring for yourself looks like being fully present in the life that you're already living. Thank you for walking along this journey with me. Thank you for being here. And thank you for continuing to find your way alongside me. Thanks for tuning in to This Way Up. I hope you're feeling a little lighter, a little brighter, and ready to take on whatever comes next. Remember, the journey of mental health is all about progress, not perfection. So keep climbing. And don't forget to celebrate the small wins. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could use a little lift.